lot of people, they became aware of Blake Mills when Eric Clapton, in I think it's 2012, mentioned that somebody asked Clapton, who's one of the younger guitarists who you think is the most impressive? And he said, that's an easy answer for me. It's Blake Mills. So Blake did an early record, self-produced, called Break Mirrors. The story behind Break Mirrors is that Blake had gone to Japan and had done some touring there, and everybody who tried to pronounce his name said, Break Mirrors. So Blake began to work with a number of different artists. Fiona Apple was one, Band of Horses was another, Jenny Lewis, did some work with Jenny Lewis. He also began to work on his own record, his follow-up record to the initial one. This was recorded over a period of almost a year at a very famous studio called Ocean Way. Ocean Way has been in Hollywood for a number of years, used to be called United. I've done, I can't remember how many records there, but it's probably in excess of 50 or 60 records. And it's my favorite room in the world. In fact, there's two studios there, Studio A and B, and they used literally my favorite room in the world, which is Studio B. So the reason I wanted to present this record, Heigh Ho, is that it's one of the records over the past 3 years that has really caught my ear for being something different and unique. When you listen to this, it's hard to pigeonhole it. You know, it's a guy here that people and guitarists talk about as being remarkably adept from the standpoint of chops. And yet when you hear the record, you don't think about that. You think about the music. He's transcended the idea of just playing a whole bunch of notes and showing you how much guitar he can play. Blake is a guy who's somewhat like Ry Cooder, is really into sound and really into the sounds that will support the song. And you hear it on every single track. So he sings on this record as well. People, even though they think of him as this remarkable guitarist, what you notice when you listen to it is the songwriting craft. You listen to how he's singing and presenting these songs and the different textures that he presents. And he's got an amazing cast of characters to do this. He's got Jim Keltner, Mike Elizondo, who's the bass player on a lot of this, along with Don Was. Benmont Tench, Fiona Apple is on a few tracks. So the cast of characters here is really remarkable. It's a guy, 29 years old that is, you're going to be hearing a lot more of, and is an artist that I think everyone should really keep their eyes and ears open to. Highly recommend this record, Heigh Ho, and hope you enjoy it. So the beer I want to talk about, as well as enjoy, is a great beer that Stone in San Diego has been brewing for, I think, the last 3 years, and it's called Enjoy By. There's always a giant date on the beer, and the date represents the date you're supposed to drink it by. Tough job, right? You have to drink it by this date. In this case, this beer, I believe, was brewed on June 20th, and they want you to drink it by July 4th. So the whole idea, these are superb IPAs, and they're made to be enjoyed as soon as possible, because everybody knows IPAs go bad. If you let them go very long, they begin to lose their effervescence and their taste. I love IPAs with the music I review. I highly recommend trying Stone Enjoy By as you listen to Blake Mills' Heigh Ho.